Hello YouTubers, I'm going to attempt to put a freeze plug in this 2004 Pontiac Montana van. They're selling it to me dirt cheap, so I think I can invest a little bit in it and flip it. If not, I'm going to try to use it as a mobile mechanic, cover up the windows and carry all my tools in there, see how that works. If nothing else, I can donate it to somebody who needs a vehicle. But anyway, we're gonna jack it up, take that tire off, and I'm gonna try to get to it. The thing about freeze plugs, they are always a pain in the rear to get in, get to. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get one that you can reach. You know, I've done that where it's right there where you can reach it and hammer it in. But this one, it's kind of tricky, but we'll see what happens. All right, first things first, let's take off the tire. Okay guys, it's kind of hard to see. I can't show you where it's at because it's way in there. But I'm probably gonna remove some of these lines, just loosen them from where they're bolted on so I can move them around and try to get in there. Maybe pop out this outer tie rod and try to get in there. All right, YouTubers, I went ahead and unhooked the knuckle just so I could swing it down. I could get my arms in there. I took off the outer tie rod. And sorry, didn't mean to get so dizzy. I do have more access to it. Let me see if I can get a shot of it. Okay, I went ahead and turned down the light for you guys. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it. That's it right there, a big old hole where the freeze plug came out. I'm kind of cleaning around the surface because it's got a lot of rust just around the lip with sandpaper, real fine sandpaper. And let me show you the plug that's gonna go in there. Right here. That's the plug. I'm gonna put some silicone around it. Put this socket in there, it's perfect. And tap it in there. Some people say now to put silicone in there, and I think that's the correct way. You just put it in there dry, but you know, in my mind, I'm thinking silicone's gonna help, you know, so I'm just gonna put a little dab of silicone around here and then drive it in there. And here's a quick shot of why you have to be in shape when you're a mechanic. Okay, I'm gonna sand a little more on it. I gotta crawl in here, get my sandpaper, stick my hand in here and try to feel for that opening up there. I found it, and then just sand. And then if I pull myself forward right through the exhaust, I can see what I'm doing, but it's very hard to get to it. And you have to watch out that crap don't fall on your face. Okay, that's clean enough. Heck with it. This is the silicone I'm gonna use. I was trying to find some that I have for water pumps since there's gonna be water there, but you know, it's just a project car. I don't care if it'll work or not. Let's put a layer on there. Sorry, I keep going too low, huh? Here it is. I'm just gonna try to stick it in there. And if I can get it in there where it'll stay, then I'll get the hammer and we'll go to town on that biscuit eater. Where are you at? Okay guys, I dropped it, but I recovered the fumble. Okay, got it in there. It's holding. Here's my hand off full of crud. I'll show you how it looks. All right, let's go in there and show you what I got going in there. Sorry for all the noise, but It's hard to crawl in here when you're getting up there in age. Can y'all see it? See, it's holding there, so I'm just gonna tap it in there. That's gonna be the fun part. And like I said, I'm gonna use this socket and I'm gonna use this hammer. I wonder where that came from. You guys that work at Owens Corning, y'all familiar with these? All right, guys, I got it in there. It looks good going in there. I have very little room, so I'm having to do this number. I'm in there going, tapping it. I can't get a good swing, so I'm just little by little, and it's going. Once in a while, I'll get a good swing. I find an area, which I can't see, I'm working blind, that I get some room and bam, I get a good hit. But I'll show you here in a little bit. I'm gonna change my strategy. I can look at it. Let me show you. If I go through here where the exhaust is, I'm gonna have to turn the camera around. You can see it back in there. See it right there? I stick my hand and point to it right there. But I need something long to get in there, and this is my strategy. Man, you gotta get creative, improvise. I'm gonna take that socket, because I can't even hit it with that socket, because that socket doesn't hold and it falls. But I don't want to mess up my wobble here. But I'm gonna try to hit it a few times. It kind of curves, so I think this is gonna work good. I'm gonna reach in there, put it against it, and then hit it back here. And I gotta be careful, because these are good tools right here. I don't want to mushroom the back of it. So I'm just gonna try that, see if I can get in there a little further. All right, let's see what happens. So far it looks like this pan is gonna work. I'm on it. Oh, this sucks. And then I'm getting cramps. Okay, I think I got it on there. Let's do a little left taps. It's a good tool. I don't want to mess it up. Go ahead and do this number. I think I got a good few hits. It don't look pretty, but it's holding. All right. Let's take a look at there. All right, tell me what y'all think. Is this gonna work or not? I think I need to hit it a little bit more. Okay, we'll hit it a little more. Well, you get under there and you do it, man. It's your turn. Let me take a breather. My back hurts. I'm getting cramps. Okay, YouTubers. I'm sorry. I didn't film how I take this off because I didn't think I was gonna be able to put that freeze plug in there, honestly. And I was just gonna give it a shot, and if it was gonna be real difficult, I was gonna tell the guy, just take your vehicle back. You know, I'm not gonna mess with it because it's an old vehicle. You know, like I said, it needs a lot of work, but I guess I'm gonna use it. And the procedure for this is, I'll just walk you through it. It's a 2004 3.4 Pontiac Montana. I popped out this outer tie rod. You may not have to do it. You might get away with it. And then I had to pop these two out and this main CV axle bolt. And of course, I took the brake caliper off with these two nuts, one on top and one on the bottom, or bolts, slide pins. So I could lean the knuckle all the way down and I could reach in there. But that's also kind of the same process if you're going to do your CV axle. You're going to do the same thing, drop this down, and then I'll pop it out from back here. Just take some prime bar and wedge it between the transmission and the back of that CV axle, and it'll pop out. But I'm sorry, I apologize. That wasn't a video on how to do the CV axle or how to take this apart. It was just showing you how to get to that pin in the rear freeze plug. Now I'm gonna let it sit here for a while, then I'm gonna put coolant in it and see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got it all buttoned up. I'm gonna add some coolant. I can't wait, man. I gotta try it. Ooh, he took the belt off. Dang it. I gotta put the belt. I'm hoping everything is okay. When you pop a freeze plug out like that, you risk the chance of having a cracked block. That ice is something else. It expands and it just cracks them blocks. Sometimes it'll crack it and sometimes you get away with it. That's what the that's what the freeze plugs are for, to protect your engine. Most of the time they do their job, they pop out and the ice doesn't get to crack the block, but you never know. We'll have to try it and see if we don't have any leaks anywhere else. Well, YouTubers, it's not leaking from the blocks. And when we put that freeze plug, but I don't like the way that looks. It's bubbling. That doesn't look good. That's a sign that you probably got a blown head gasket or cracked head. And then power steering shock. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pass up on it. Let me do a test and see if it's got a crack head or something. All right, YouTubers, I still don't know about this vehicle. It's running good. The power steering winding stopped. It's got power steering. It was just bone dry and I had to put power steering fluid. It's not leaking water at all. It's dry down there. So that freeze plug's in there good. It's not heating up yet. So let's take it around the block. Let's drive it around a little bit. Let me close the shop real quick. Let's go for a ride. Okay, little man, I'm gonna tear you up. Okay, we don't have no heater. Nothing but cold air. It's a little warm. All right, let's see what she does. You can always make it a river toy. Okay, let's back up. Nope, it's a no-go. It's got something wrong. Check it out. Hot coolant temperature. It's getting hot, so yeah. I'm passing up on it, guys. Yeah, crack must. Yeah, it must be cracked. Something's going on. That didn't work out. Okay, I took off this shitty clamp, which I'm not using. I'm gonna put this one right here on the upper radiator hose. Right now, I'm just grasping for straws, guys, because I want this to work. It would make a good car for someone, or even for me. But I noticed it was leaking from here, so I'm hoping that was it, but I doubt it. Okay, I put one of these clamps. They work better. I'm hoping that's what was causing it to heat up, because it was leaking through there. And like I said, I'm grasping for straws now. Like my old buddy Noe Mora used to say, we used to cut each other down, and he used to always get the best of me, and I'd come back with some BS, and he goes, you're just grasping for straws now. Alright, it's been running for 20 minutes and it's not heating up. That worked real good. But now I think I'm leaking coolant from here, and it's the radiator cap. So I'm gonna get a radiator cap for it tomorrow and see what it does. And turned off on me once, but I think we're running out of fuel. That's all that's popping up. That's all that's popping up now, so we might get lucky. It's just low on fuel now, and it's not heating up. So hopefully that was the problem. It was leaking through there. All right, it's late, so I'm gonna call it quits for tonight and go party for New Year's, and I'll start on it tomorrow. All right, YouTubers, that freeze plug is holding real good. There's no leaks coming out of there, but I think I'm gonna give up on this. I just don't want to invest more money than I have to. Last night it was leaking from the radiator cap. I went and got one. Now it doesn't leak from there, but this is what it's gonna need. The power steering pump is shot. It went through a whole little can of power steering fluid, and it's gonna need a radiator because it's leaking from both sides, right there and on this side. And I'll turn it on here in a little bit. And there's still something going on with the motor. I think it does have a cracked head or head gasket or cracked block. And there's still something going on with the motor because it's shooting out the coolant through here. I think there is some combustion gases in there in the radiator. So right off the bat, I'll need a power steering pump, a radiator, and if there is something wrong with the motor, like I said, busted head gasket, I can probably fix it with this. I've had real good luck with that. And now while I'm talking about that, I did a video on a Toyota that I used that chemical and it didn't work. I had it tested with another guy and we both confirmed he had a busted head gasket or something. I told the customer about it. He took it home. He parked it for a month. And then when he got back on it, we checked it again and it sealed. So I think what happened was on that Toyota, it took a while to seal because we tested it and it tested good. It wasn't leaking anymore. So give that some time sometimes. I guess that's what happened. It took about I don't know. He had it parked for pretty close to a month. And when we started again, it sealed. So I've had real good luck with that. So that's about $75, and depends who you buy it from. Like I knew the guy before and he would give me my money back if it didn't work. So that guy, he got off lucky because they gave us the money back on that one and it ended up sealing it after all. But I'm gonna do a test here with this here in a little bit. I don't know if y'all know, familiar with this. It's gonna show me if there's some combustion gases in the radiator. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits. I don't want to take that chance and then be stuck with this. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that would work, but I don't know. Let me turn it on. I mean, it sounds good. It runs good. It's not knocking or anything, but like I said, there's something going on. I'm gonna turn it off because I don't want it to get too hot, and it's not heating up. It's staying at normal temperature, but I want to open that radiator cap to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you the difference with this Nissan. The way it's supposed to look when you turn it on. Right off the start, it shot some out, you know, but it should be like that. It circulates. Okay, now we'll take a look at this one. Put it right on the radiator cap. And it's not going into the cylinder because it's not blowing white smoke. It's not going into the oil because the oil's not milky. So it's just getting into the radiator. All right, let me turn it on. That's all it does, guys. It just keeps bubbling out. Yeah, that's a telltale sign that we're getting combustion gases in there. So I'm gonna test it here and we'll see what happens. Okay, when you do this, you want to take out a little bit of coolant, because when you're using this tool, you don't want to be sucking up coolant in there. I've got a couple of bottles. I may not have enough with this one, so there's a fill line here. I'm gonna fill it up to that line, and if there's some combustion gases in there, oops, too much. This blue liquid should turn yellow. And you have to turn on the vehicle for about a minute. Okay, let's put this on here. And then we're just gonna squeeze this for about a minute. Let me turn on the vehicle and face you down where we're gonna be at. All right, let me turn the vehicle on. And this is kind of at a slant, so it's kind of hard to get to, but if we can manage. I didn't even have to do it a minute. Right off the bat, it's turning yellow. It's confirmed. We've got a blown head gasket, cracked block, cracked head, something's going on. Guys, I didn't even have to wait a minute. Right off the bat, it started turning yellow. Dang it. Just to make sure my tool is working, we're gonna try it on this vehicle. I went ahead and took out some coolant, so I won't be sucking coolant out. Let's go ahead and fill it up to the line. Okay, let me turn the vehicle on. Turn the vehicle off. All right, as you can see, it's still blue. I'm gonna pour it into this container. And we'll do the test again. See, it's still blue. And make sure you clean this tube, the tool. Wash it out after every use. I'm not even gonna do it the minute because we already know it. Can turn it off the car. Let's compare them. Here's the one we did on that Nissan. Look at the difference. So yeah, this van is toast. Make sure you always wash this out when you're done. Rinse it out because it's got that little, like a filter down there, and you want to make sure it doesn't have any residue. Yeah, it's done. Just parked over there where the other blown motors are at. Thanks for watching, and like always, I really do appreciate you. And guys, I love every one of you, whether you're a subscriber or not. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this channel. So thank you so much. Y'all awesome. God bless.